was gonna shoot me? Like, would it have been worth it, buddy? So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna take off running, buddy. Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the time that my ex pulled a gun out on me. Yes, I look a mess today because I didn't need to look cute for this video. It's just a story time, okay? So basically, let's just jump on into it. I was dating a guy not too long ago, and he would always come see me at work and like bring me food and stuff. So this day, he decided to pull up on me. So I'm like, okay, blah blah. So to start it off, and this time I know he was the one with the attitude. To start it off, he always would bring me these blue Calypsos. When we first met, I told him that was my favorite drink. It was hard to find it in Kentucky where I live because I'm not from here. Where I'm from, they have it everywhere. So I'm like, it's hard to find it here. So he found them. He would never tell me what gas station he found it at. I even went looking for a gas station because I wanted to get it myself, but he said he wanted to buy them because then that's the only reason why I would need him. Once I figured out where it was at, then I wouldn't need him and I would have my other dudes go get it for me. I'm like, dude, it's not that serious. You can tell me where you get them from, but he never would. That was a red flag. He was kind of loony, and I just was demonetized, if y'all know what I'm talking about. And I didn't catch on to the red flags. But basically, he came and he had the Calypso in the front seat. I went to grab it and he was like, that's not yours, that's mine. And I'm thinking he playing, so I started laughing. I'm literally laughing, y'all. I'm like, okay, sure. So he's still holding on to it. I'm like, you're not gonna give it to me? He's like, no. I'm like, okay. So he ended up asking me like, when you going home or something. I think I answered it. And then like 10 minutes passed and he asked me the same question. I said, I already answered that question, motherfucker. And he got pissed. Like, y'all, his whole mood changed. He was like, you mad about a Calypso? You gonna call me out my name? I was like, I'm joking. I was like, I'm actually not mad about the Calypso. I actually still think it's for me. Why would I be mad? Like, I know that you bought that for me, so why would I be mad about that? I really thought he still was gonna give it to me. So he was like, nah, you're mad. I can tell. So I'm like, okay. Like, this is awkward. So like, okay. Basically, when people yell at me, my whole brain completely leaves. Like, I'm no longer in that conversation. Once your voice gets to a level too high, I'm not listening to you. I'm not engaging in that. One, I'm not a child. You're not about to be yelling at me, okay? Two, what are we even arguing about? I'm not an arguer. So I'm like, okay. So I'm laughing. Dude gets pissed that I'm laughing. And he just starts screaming. I don't even know, like I said, when people yell at me, I don't know what they're saying to me because I blank out. Like, so I'm like, whoa, he's doing too much. So I start grabbing my purse and I start grabbing my water bottle because when I need to go back into work anyway. That's my son, guys. This is why I barely record. But I start grabbing my purse and I start grabbing my water bottle because I'm like, I'm gonna have to get the on out of here. Like, So I went to open the door and he's like, let go of the door. I turned around, I'm like, what? He was like, don't open the door. And I'm like, why you want me in the car just for you to yell at me? I'm getting out. I was like, I'll talk to you tomorrow. The next day, the day after. But not today. Like, you're mad about something, I'm just gonna get out. Like, that's how I do it. I'm gonna walk away from this because this isn't even an argument that we need to be engaging in. It's not even worth it at this point. Like, what are we arguing about? So I'm ready to hop out the car. I go to open the door. I feel him grab my arm. So like, he's in the driver's seat. He grabs my arm with this arm and his gun was in the back seat. And he grabs his gun. So I look at him and I'm like, boy, get off of me. And then when I look, like, what's he doing with his other arm? He got the gun. I said, are you about to shoot me? I said, you gonna shoot me outside of my job? Where there's cameras at? He said, I ain't gonna shoot you. I said, why are you holding on to your gun? I was like, get off of my arm. Get off my arm. He's like, just shut the door. Just shut the door. I said, no, I'm not about to shut the door so you can pull off and not be trapped in your car. No. I'm like, like, I'm out of here, buddy. Like, I'm not shutting this door. So the door is wide open, y'all. He's like, I'm gonna pull off with the door open. I said, that's just what you're gonna have to do. My leg is like already out the car. Like, this is my leg out the car. My body's in like this. So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna take off running, buddy. Like, so I like try to pull, and like he's still like pulling my arm back. He's like, shut the door, shut the door. So I'm like, getting louder. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna shoot me? You trying to shoot me? Really? Like, at this point, I'm not even crying. I'm acting tough, like mad tough. Like, you really gonna shoot me? I'm calling him bitch ass niggas. Like, fuck you. Like, if that's what you're gonna do, you might as well just do it here. I'm not going nowhere with you. I'm not letting you pull off with me in this car. He finally let go of my arm, y'all. When I tell y'all I dashed out of his car, I did not shut the passenger door. I ran out of that car and ran back into my job. So when I get inside of my job, this is the crazy part. I get inside my job, I'm scared. Because one, I work at nighttime, so I'm like, fuck, what if he pull back up on me? He knows where I live. Like, he knows where I live. So I called my best friends. I called them on FaceTime. It was Chantel and Brazil. Thank you guys so much for answering and listening to me cry. Because I even took this nigga back after this. But we're not together now. I finally left, guys. I finally left. Y'all, this is for y'all. Because y'all should learn from my mistakes. Red flags, run. When people do stuff like that, don't take them back. Because even though it may not seem as bad and it can be worse, it can get worse, okay? So basically, I get in there, I called him, I'm boohoo crying. Y'all, he just tried to pull a gun out on me. I can't believe this, blah, blah. He started trying to call my phone. So I blocked his number. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this dude is really crazy. Like, what could he possibly be calling me for? Da, da, da. So I'm crying on the phone to my friends, boo-hoo crying, like cheers, y'all, because I'm terrified. I didn't act terrified in front of him, but when I got in there, all I could do was cry. Like, this man just really grabbed his gun while holding to me, like, he was gonna shoot me? Like, would it have been worth it, buddy? To shoot me? I just was like so mind blown. I still can't believe that. I still can't believe it did that. Even Corey can't believe it. You can't believe it either, Corey? Yeah, huh? So, I called him crying. Long story short, y'all, I did take him back after that. I'm not going to even flex on this. He ended up sending me flowers, blah, blah. Said, oh, I've never pulled my gun out on you. I was grabbing it. He was grabbing it because it was in the back seat and I was getting out. He was going in the front seat. I don't believe that story, but at the time, I did believe that story. But later on, some other stuff happened, so now I know he probably really did pull a gun out on me to scare me, to try to get me to stay in the car. Because after we finally broke up, oh, I wonder if I still got the text message. He sent me a picture of his front seat with a gun, and then said, you know it's not over until I say it's over, right? And I was like, it's not over until you say it's over. What the is you on? I still have the text messages to post to show y'all that. But he does not know where I live now, so that's the good part. My son wants to be in the video so bad, y'all. Mommy can never do a video. I just want to do a video with my YouTube. I just want to do a video with my YouTube. But y'all, that is the story time. Papa. Can I talk for 5 seconds? Look, Candy. That's my shut up medicine for my kids. Okay, so y'all, that's the story of time on when my ex decided to pull a gun out on me. And that's what happened. Me and him are no longer together. We no longer communicate. He's a psychopath. And stay away from these crazy ass niggas. Period. Bye, y'all.